Initializing narrative protocols, compiling imagination, translating dreams into words. Welcome to AI storytelling, where technology and fantasy unite to tell a tale.
The Adventurous Family, the Chronosnail, and the Sundial of Dawn. That Monday morning began with slowness, especially for Ma-Kook-Koo. Although he woke up only a little later than usual, his every activity proceeded in slow motion. He took an exceptionally long shower, nibbled on his toast one tiny bite at a time as if admiring a work of art, and spent an eternity choosing his socks. Ma-Kook-Koo, hurry up, sweetie. Mom's voice started to fill with concern. Your sister is going to be late for school. Chair Ma-Kook-Koo, who had been fully dressed and waiting by the door for a while, was starting to get anxious. Mom, can I please go ahead? I'm going to miss the morning lineup. In the end, to solve the immediate problem, Mom had to drive Chair Ma-Kook-Koo to school first, then circle back to pick up Dad for work. This left Dad with the final task of dropping off Ma-Kook-Koo. By the time Dad's car reached Ma-Kook-Koo's school, the national anthem was already beginning to play. All the other students were standing in neat lines for the flag-raising ceremony. Ma-Kook-Koo had to walk with his head down past the rows of his friends to find his spot, feeling embarrassed for the first time in his life. That evening at home, Dad gathered everyone for a talk. Do you see, Ma-Kook-Koo? Your slowness this morning didn't just affect you. It made your sister worry about being late, it made Mom drive back and forth, and it made me waste time taking you on a separate trip. It created a hassle for everyone. Ma-Kook-Koo felt deeply guilty. He never intended to cause trouble for anyone. I'm sorry, he said softly. He went to bed that night with the lesson about time he had just learned. And, in the world of dreams, a race against time began. The entire family woke up in a bustling, energetic metropolis. This was the Metropolis of Agility, where everything moved with rhythm and punctuality. But strangely, they saw Ma-Kook-Koo moving sluggishly, as if a massive gravitational force was pressing down on him. Looking closely, they saw that his body was coated in a clear, viscous slime. Oh no! A tiny sprite flying as fast as a hummingbird appeared. He was the hummingbird sprite, the messenger of the metropolis. He's been touched by the slime of sluggishness from a Chronosnail. The sprite pointed to a giant, beautiful, but very slow-moving snail. Its slime makes anyone who touches it lose their sense of urgency and do everything in slow motion. This is a huge problem, the sprite continued, because you all have an important appointment. Everyone in the metropolis must gather at the Sundial Tower before the first ray of dawn strikes it to receive the first light of a good start, which is the city's main source of energy for the day. If you are late, the entire city's energy will be diminished. The Adventurous family began their most difficult journey yet. They had to pull and drag Ma-Kook-Koo, who was walking as slow as a tortoise. His slowness made everyone else slow down too. We need to stop and get the map of wisdom, but at this pace, we'll never make it, Chair Ma-Kook-Koo said in frustration. I have to pick up the key of creativity too. If we're late, the treasury door will be locked. They could clearly see the chain reaction of being late. It was causing everyone to miss their own important opportunities. Is there any way to wash this slime off? Mom asked the sprite. Only one, he replied. You must use the potion of eagerness, and its ingredients can only be created by completing tasks that require speed and decisiveness. A new mission began. The hummingbird sprite guided them to a series of trials. First, they had to complete a jigsaw puzzle of the metropolis within a time limit. The whole family put their heads and eyes together, quickly and systematically finding the right pieces. Upon completion, they received the Crystal of Decision. Second, they had to compete in a 4-person relay race against a team of wind sprites. As everyone in the family ran and passed the baton swiftly and in perfect sync, they were rewarded with the Feather of Swiftness. The final and most important ingredient was the spark of urgency. They could see the Sundial Tower in the distance, and the first ray of dawn was about to break. The shared feeling of, "We have to make it in time," that arose in everyone's hearts simultaneously created a tiny spark in a glass bottle. With all 3 ingredients, they mixed them together to create a glowing rainbow-colored potion and poured it over Ma-Kook-Koo. The slime of sluggishness dissolved in an instant. "I feel so light," Ma-Kook-Koo cried happily, able to move quickly again. "Quick, everyone run!" Dad shouted. The whole family sprinted towards the Sundial Tower. They reached the center of the giant sundial just as the first ray of sunlight hit its marker. Whoosh! The Sundial Tower lit up with a brilliant glow, bathing everyone in a warm, energizing golden light. The Metropolis of Agility had received its energy for a new day. The hummingbird sprite came to them with a smile. "You did a wonderful job," he said. "But there is one truth I want to tell you. The Chronosnail is not an evil creature." Everyone looked confused. "It is the guardian of calmness and deliberation," the sprite explained. "Its slime only becomes a problem when it is touched at the wrong time. In life, there is a time to be quick and punctual, but there is also a time to be slow and thoughtful. True wisdom is knowing when to be fast and when to be slow." Everyone woke up to a new morning. Ma-Kook-Koo remembered the heavy feeling of the sluggish slime and the exciting race against time. Today, he woke up, showered, dressed, and ate his breakfast so efficiently that he was the first waiting for everyone at the door. And on that day, he learned that being slow isn't always wrong, but when it's time for our duties or appointments, our slowness can become a heavy burden that weighs down everyone we love. True wisdom is matching our own pace to the rhythm of the world around us.
Narrative transmission complete. Memory logged. To ensure you receive our next story protocol, please engage by clicking like, share, and subscribe to AI Storytelling. Your support provides the energy for our next creation. End of transmission.